Uh, Happy today. I am William Brown. Um, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if I'm live or all the other kind of stuff. There's a lot of things happening and not happening right now. Um, and so, yeah, if you can hear me, uh, see me, and all that other kind of stuff, I realized that I um, it's not that you know I don't know if I can because I put this uh, through StreamYard. If it's not perfect or kind of doing things not right, ah boy, I think it's telling me about what I feel about today. I'm kind of jumpy. I'm kind of this type of thing. Boy, I it's like, do you ever wake up and want to say, okay, take two. I'm going to go back to sleep, and I'm going to wake up and go from there. So it feels like I am delayed. I feel like I am jumpy, um, and it feels like that this is very um, uh, irritating to watch or to be with, but I'm going to do it. I I pulled a U card today, and my U card is blank, and so um, when I pull a blank card, I invite people, I invite myself to say the first thing that comes to mind, and the first thing that comes to mind is just I'm it's like I'm fatigued, you know, and they're it seems like these U cards are designed. I'm gonna sneeze. These U cards are designed to just see where you are for for the day, and just help you make not another choice, but have you maneuver through that. So if I'm fatigued, um, kind of do an inquiry why that is the case, to really kind of see that, okay, um, I don't feel like I need to give up today, and just says, okay, I'm just going to surrender to that I'm fatigued and I'm just not going um, to do anything today, or do things have um, what because I have this awareness of how I woke up today. Then I can be mindful that, be aware of that during today, um, and and do it anyway. And so, most of the fatigue that I have for today is really, let me know if you're watching, if this is jumpy, or if it's just jumpy for me, or is it something that is not irritating for you to watch. um, the Most of my fatigue isn't physical fatigue, it's mental fatigue. It is, crying in the wilderness fatigue. It is trying to um, appeal to the better nature of ourself fatigue. Um, And it's, it's a feeling that, you know, it's not that I don't believe that I'm the only adult in the room or the only responsible person or all that other kind of stuff. It is more of that, just tired of people just acting as if they are, um, better than, um, and not really, um, having a listening to be compassion. The question that came up, for me this morning is, when, when are, when is the best time to be humble? When is the best time to have compassion? Um, and the first thing that came to mind was when I don't feel like it. You know, when I feel like the person doesn't, deserve me being compassionate. When I when I feel like, you know I'm the shit. Why should I be humble? I work hard for this. Um, it is it is that type of thing, and I think in these moments, people talk about. I feel like people talk about being our better selves, as they show their worst. It's like, because now I am going to tell you what I really think. So yeah, I'm just, there are just days where I don't want to ignore. It's not even the hard work. It's just the frustrating work of allowing myself to be aware how, I don't even know if it's childish, um, but how insensitive, how, um, uh, I don't know what the word is. I think that was the other reason why I edit, my talks, is because, sometimes the word doesn't come, or the word that comes is not the right word, and it's like, did I just make up a word right now? And what I was thinking was that, you know there's a feeling of retribution. So, it's like payback time. Um, and, maybe that's the case, but maybe there's something other than payback. Um, the word today on one word conversations is confidence. And, self confidence will come up, or just confidence in general. And there's a lot of different ways that it's showing up, for me. And I have said, um, before that, uh, I don't know if I mentioned it on the show or not, that self confidence is my awareness of as much of myself that I know that whatever situation shows up, I can handle it, or the part of me that needs to handle it will handle it. And that's what the confidence is. The confidence is first the self discovery, the self awareness, the self acceptance of myself. And then, so I know that in a very difficult situation, or in a moment where, it is tough, I know that I have the strength to take care of it. When there is a tender moment, I know I am confident that I can be tender in that moment, because I know that I have that ability, and that's what self confidence is. It's it's not confidence in the totality of the completeness of who I am. Is the It's the confidence in what I do know about myself, and I'm confident, and I'm also confident that I will know more about myself. Um, so, again, I ask if this is jumpy or if this is irritating. I would love for you to put it in the comments, because I hope that this is value. A big part of um, my desire to have these happy today moments, and this conversation and this prayer and this declaration for my day, is that it is value. It is not just the rambling of of someone, but it is something that will cause you to look at your day, to look at your life, to look at um, the things that are important, and decide for yourself that I'm going to be happy. I'm going to find happy. And that's what I do. There's a lot of difficult things that are happening in the background of, my life, my family. And I had this moment yesterday, and I'm not going to share totally everything, but I had this moment yesterday that I was extremely happy the way um, my wife responded to disturbing, difficult news, and news that in many um, instances that has broken us down, that has caused us to show up less than. And there was this moment of expansion in a very um, a very I don't want to say atypical, a way that people would have understood if we would have responded a different way to it. And it would have been like, okay, that makes total sense. This is very difficult right now, so I would expect you to do this. But the fact that it was what I felt opposite of that, and there was a sense of hope, and there was a sense of, yeah, everything's going to be all right. There was this confidence in it, a confidence that we would figure it out, confidence that it would be better, and that it made me happy. And I just smiled, right? Um, and so, in that day, in today, there's a lot of things that are happening that I will. It's just a very busy day to me. I have a lot of phone calls and connections with people. But the other thing that I will do that is not on the schedule is a lot of sales conversations, and just reach out and make offers, and just go from there, because as one of my coaches and mentors have said, you can't sell anything if you don't make an offer, right? If you don't tell anybody, thank you. If you don't tell anybody that you're open for business, you're not open for business, right? Um, so, um, so yeah. So, in the state of being fatigued, mentally drained, um, I don't want to feel that I have to lash out or scold people. Um, because usually when I'm fatigued, when there's a fatigue about me, I don't want to say that I make um, stupid choices, or I that um, in that state many times in the past, um, because I would active if I had a lot of energy when I didn't. Um, that, I guess, that fake it till you make it type of thing. So act as if that I'm not fatigued or I'm not drained or tired. Um, it would cause me to not have a true assessment. And so I'm not there anymore. So it is in this place of being fatigued and sitting with that and recognizing that life is still calling me today. My relationships are calling me today. My work is still calling me today. And it's not a feeling of suck it up and do your work, right? Suck it up and, you know, go on with life. It is with this awareness that I am fatigued, or there's this feeling of fatigue. And there was, I just became present to something that it's not just fatigue, it's despair. And that's totally different. That's totally different than fatigue. That shows up totally different for me. Um, so, how can I embrace that? Not only am I fatigued, there's a level of despair that comes with it, and sit with that and be with that. That's a little more difficult. Fatigue, I would just take an energy shot or take some peppermint and just kind of give myself some energy and just kind of go with it. But despair is a totally different way of showing up. Um, so I am confident that today is going to be a happy day. I am confident that um, the fatigue and the despair that I have for today is temporary. It's not going to run my day. It's not going to show up in everything. Um, and even if it does, I'll be able to work through it. I will be able to be with it um, and will be able to benefit from that. Mm. So, as this day continues, it is my prayer, not just that we feel the feels, because you might not be fatigued or have despair. Um, there might be another emotion coming up for you. Whatever you're feeling, however you're being right now, see how you can make choices in support of and allow that to uh, not drive, that you're still in control, that you still have choices, that you can be confident, that we can be confident, um, that however we're showing up, we can still um, have a happy today. I I really am appreciate this time. There is another moment where I am. There's another framework that I posted, and the post is, okay, I'll say it, and okay, I'll say it is a little more for me confrontational, more like you know, I don't want to say that it's saying I'm really saying what's on my mind. It is Uh, Morning, Melissa. I hope this is not jumpy and everything because it's showing up on my end as jumpy and then not as clear as all. So hopefully this is not distracting to you at all. Sometimes when we use technology, we have to deal with how technology is showing up. It has nothing to do with how we're showing up. Um, and it has nothing to do with my worthiness because the technology isn't great today. So I have totally uncoupled myself from uh, how the technology is showing up. It has nothing to do with me. And because I understand technology and I work well with technology. Um, yeah, there is. Yeah, so it is a little jumpy. Um, oh, it isn't jumpy. Okay. Reading is fundamental. So, okay, so that's good. So it's just me. And that is something that I think there's a lesson there. The lesson is that there are some things that we see that are wrong or that is not the way we want, that other people don't see it at all. Hmm. So sometimes it is what we see. So if sometimes we need to just um, not just do it anyway, but not just make our final decisions on what we see. Just ask the people that we love and care about that, hey, what's going on today? Um, how am I showing up? Because this is how I feel like I'm showing up, and that may not be the truth. So thank you for that lesson, Melissa. Of even though it looks jumpy and feels jumpy for me, I was going to end this show. I was just like, yeah, this is irritating to me. I don't like it, and it's all that other kind of stuff. Um, but it's not that way for you, and so I could still show up. So yeah, I was going to do a walk, one of these conversations, one of these morning meditations or reflections is going to be from the park or walking because I can walk to the park within 5 minutes, and so I'll have that. But as I said yesterday, I am still um, um, moving very slow in the morning, even though I'm up. My eyes are open. I do my meditations. I'm kind of um, rolling into the day. But because I put this live element component to my reflections in the morning, it's like, oh crap, I have to be somewhere at 7. And so I have those moments of, holy crap, I'm not ready. um, and I think there's a lesson there teaching me that even when I think I'm not ready, I'm ready. You know? And so all I have to do is go live however I am. I love the imperfections, of it. Um, and just embracing that. I tell myself that I'm a recovering perfectionist, but every once in a while, um, that desire to be perfect just shows up, and so I just have to let it go, and just go there. And I think first it is judging yourself, and then um, what you allow from other people, um, to say, because people are going to say what they're going to say, um, and we can go from there. So, oh, I think I've already gave you the blessing, but I continue to talk because I think I had more to say after it. And I think anytime that um, Melissa shows up on the scenes, you can't just kind of leave, right? With all the way from Charlotte, there's a love and support to really um, cause me to stay into this moment, it's kind of funny that there was the fatigue that I had that I was sitting with, and as soon as Melissa joined within this conversation, within this moment of reflection, there was this sense of hope. There was this sense of um, really reminded me, you're not tired. That's just a moment. That's just a moment. Take a breath, get your energy, regain your focus, do the things that you believe that you're called to do. Have confidence. Have confidence. Be confident. I told you. Um, the not being able to go back and put the right word in when I'm writing. It's funny right now. So things just come out and it's like, yeah, that's not what I meant to say. Um, but yeah, I really appreciate um, this moment because the question was, when is the best time to be compassionate? When is the best time to be humble? When is the best time to show humility? Um, it's when you don't feel like it. When you believe that something else is needed at the time. Um, and so I'm going to try that on. In the moment where I don't feel like or think that compassion is needed, that's when I'm going to show compassion today. When there's that moment where I don't feel being humble is necessary, I'm going to be humble. Um, so, yeah, I have a very, um, I have a busy day, but I have a full day, and I'm excited about the day. And I am not going to let fatigue, mental fatigue, or a sense of mental fatigue keep me from showing up in my day. So um, there's a part of me that's, I grew up in the Baptist church, and there was always a pastor that would close and, would have like 4 or 5 closings. So in conclusion, right? But one more thing, the conclusion would start another sermon. And so the prayer that I gave for you for today, for us for today, um, I pray that whatever you see about yourself, it is my prayer, whatever we see about ourselves, um, that we will reach out to the people that we love and ask what they see. Because sometimes what we see is not the whole picture. And so it will cause us to short circuit something that we're called to continue. We are on this self-discovery journey by ourselves with others. And so allow the others in our lives to help us see what we see. That's my prayer. That's how we can have our happy today. I'll see everyone at 11 a.m. on One Word Conversations. Blessings, my friend.